The perfect routine versus living in your own rhythm. Which one are you thinking that is gonna last longer? Because nowadays I see a lot on social media going around about, yes, stacking the perfect morning routine and having the perfect day. And you see all these people take you in their morning, or yeah, show you what they do. um the ice baths, the waking up at 5 a.m., like the workouts very early on, and you're thinking like, why can't I do this? Why do I try to build a perfect routine over and over again, but do I never really, yeah, keep up longer than maybe 2 weeks? And this is really something that is very interesting, because if we're looking at routines versus rhythm, there is a whole lot to discover here, and I'm gonna take you within it. Because yeah, I used to be so proud of my morning routine and everything perfectly mapped out and doing so, but like the longer I did, the more disconnected I actually felt from it. That I was like, yeah, I'm just doing it, but do I really feel it? Even writing in my journal and forcing myself to be grateful, and like, oh yeah, I just did it on autopilot. I just was writing like, oh yeah, I'm grateful for, let me see, what can I think, what can I make up today? Yeah, maybe the sun. Okay, well, the sun, we write it down. But was I really feeling it? No. And this is so, so important, because when you create a routine with habits that are there to lift you up, to make you feel more alive, to make you feel better and support you throughout your day, then it's really important that those routines and these habits are gonna benefit you and personally you. So if you would ask me to do every morning an ice bath, then I would be depressed. I would be so stressed out. I would wake up with so much like, oh my God, what am I gonna do again? Because me and a cold, me and ice bath, no thank you. I don't need to spike my cortisol that much in the morning immediately. So even though it looks like this perfect thing to do, and so there are so many things like those 10K steps, that kind of stuff, are they actually perfect for you? And what does it actually mean to create a routine, or actually, I would say, create a rhythm that works for you? I love the word rituals as well, because rituals would always be there, and a routine is just very much created from the head, very forced, very everything. So let's dive into it. The routines versus the rhythms, and what it actually all means, and how it can help you. Because I know you tried a lot, you tried stacking these habits, the morning protocols. It works for a week, and then life happens and you give up, you forget it, and you're like just moving into your day, opening up your phone, and there you are again. You feel like a failure, and that's not what it should be. Because that exhaustion that you might be feeling, or the feeling of like, oh, I don't want to do this, or nah, I don't like this is really the rigidity underneath it all. It's you forcing yourself to do something that is maybe not perfect for you. So, yeah, your body is cyclical. Your energy is not the same on Monday than it is maybe on Friday. Because if you're on Monday and you're just coming out of your menstrual phase, and on Friday, 5 days later, you're really rising in hormones because you're in your follicular phase, then I bet you're gonna feel different. Or maybe even the other way around. You're moving from luteal into menstrual, and or from ovulation into luteal. Let's talk about that shift. So there's a lot of things happening where we're actually more should be more aware of our cyclical energy. So routines, they're very much designed for a linear masculine energy, same output every day on demand. So what we're going to do is look into a more feminine way of building routines that actually stick. And this is so important, and this really helped me so much of not thinking, oh, I failed again, or how can I never keep up, why don't I do this. So look at all the differences. Look at all the differences between the routines versus the rhythms. Let's talk the first one. We just talked about it, rigidity versus fluidity. Like, rigidity is really something, yeah, like a fixed series of actions. It needs to be very specific. It's really like forced in a certain way. It's consistently, but yeah, there's no actually flexibility into that. Well, fluidity is flexible. It ebbs and it flows. There's allowing space for, yeah, more different things, variation, spontaneity. And this is so important. Next one is the practical versus the purposeful, because this is really the head versus the heart. The practical side, the routine focus is on doing. It's driven by your head. It's by thinking, oh, I should do this, instead of, oh, I want to do this. Like, productivity is not the same as being alive and feeling alive. So purpose, on the other hand, is feeling more. Feeling like, oh, this is what I want to do. It's driven by devotion, by intention. It's the mind, the body, and the soul, not only the mind taking over. The next one, monotonous versus seasonal. I like this one because we are cyclical, seasonal beings and we are not the same every day. There we go again. It's like the monotonous is just one thing repeating day in, day out. And to be honest, maybe it works for someone. Maybe it works for some of us. And that's great. But I know and I see every time again that it doesn't work for most of us, especially women. And this is because we are seasonal, we are cyclical, and we constantly change, we adapt to everything going on. And not only our inner rhythm, like we have our inner seasons, our inner winter, inner autumn, inner spring, summer, from our cycles, and these matter. But for me personally, it also really matters if it is winter or summer where I'm living. Like, that really depends on what I want to do that day for my morning. And keep hanging on here. Stay with me because I'm gonna tell you in a bit like how I would suggest you to start building rhythms and rituals for your day instead of creating perfect routine and skipping that after 2 weeks. The next one is demanding versus forgiving. And this demanding is defined by all or nothing expectations that can feel little bit stiff. Like, it's really like in a box. It's really, okay, this is what we're going to do and this is how we're doing it. And if you don't do it this way, you're failing. Like, I already feel stressed thinking of this. Like, this is not how we want to start our days. We want to start our days with more surrendering and openness. Yeah, the forgiving is more the movement within it rather than perfection, which is beautiful, I would say. The last one, restrictive versus expensive. And expansion, not like expensive as in much money, but expansive, I need to say. So, restrictive is really like, yeah, the word already says it, right? It's a very specific action in a very specific way. This is again brings us back to performing, about the last episode that I recorded on, yeah, the performance that we all try to do in life. Well, that's actually the last thing we should do in life, perform. We should feel alive. So restriction is really making us again live in that box and, yeah, not add that fluidity and that spontaneity in what we're actually needing in the day. And the expansiveness, it's leaving room for creativity and experimentation in the way that your body asks for in the moment. And this is really beautiful because all these things together, the fluidity, the purpose, the seasonal, yeah, like everything together creates so much more of a safe space to move within. And this is something I also create within my cyclical movement. Every Monday, I record a new video on a different phase of the season. We are in a different phase of the cycle, and we move with that cycle phase. And it actually invites you to trust the season that you are in that moment. So even though there is a lot of summer energy going on around you, how do you adapt to your inner winter maybe in that moment? How do you not be forced to, like, oh, I need to do more, I can't relax right now because I see all people doing stuff, so I need to do more, I need to be there, like I have FOMO. um so it's really like trusting yourself and your inner rhythm again, which is a beautiful way of reconnecting with this and making space and allowing space for everything that is there. And I really love it. I'm finding you for 7 days free within the community. You can try out all the sessions that are uploaded so far, and even attend the live session if you're open for it on Monday mornings. At this moment, it's 7 a.m. So, and that's the Europe, Dutch, Amsterdam time zone, by the way. So, yeah, I will put the link in the show notes, and you're free to join us to really feel more collected and alive in your feminine, beautiful body. So, yes. So let's see if how would we actually want to create that space for ourselves. And let's start just simple with that morning routine, because I feel like that's it the start of our day, really set us up for the rest of the day, right? So maybe reflect for a bit, like, how do you start your day right now? Is that more rigidity, like you have this perfect step plan mapped out and you never change it, because if you change it you're like, oh, how do I do that? Or is there actually space for movement? Is there space for um, fluidity within that, for differentiation? So what I mean here is, like, we can start building that. How I personally do it and how I love to do it is that I have for myself sort of a menu. And you could even create this. I sometimes tell this to my the woman I work with as well, like, just create a menu for yourself with all the things you love to do, and then pick in the morning, what do you feel like today? And for me, that means sometimes I'm going on this short morning walk. The other day, I'm going on a longer morning walk. The other day, I'm doing a short stretching practice, yoga practice from home. The other day, I'm going out to a yoga class that is some longer. And then we have more. Like, sometimes I feel like journaling is also on my menu. What's also on my menu is meditation and mindfulness. Dancing is also there, definitely. Just like feeling the energy and moving my body in a way that expresses more. What's also on my menu is napping an hour longer. I love to do this in my winter phase. Then overall, I wake up like an hour later. I think I usually wake up between 6:30 and 7 a.m. And in a winter it would be more, yeah, like towards 8 actually. Because I feel like I need that extra hour of sleep, and my energy is some lower, so I'm not going to do a crazy workout or yoga session at that point anyway. So that's my morning routine, and I'm not ashamed of it, because you shouldn't feel productive all the time. That's not something real. That's something that the society has made up, created a rule book around, like, we have to be productive all the time, but that's bullshit. So if that's something you secretly believe, like, oh yeah, I am not, when I take rest, I feel guilty or I should do more, then that's something to look into. Like, where does this come from? Where did you pick up this belief? And how can you actually, yeah, override that with new beliefs that are very much more helpful and is gonna bring you more inner peace and more that aliveness within you. So, yeah, I would really say maybe write down 5 till 10 things that you would love to do in the morning. And this can be like, don't make it too hard. If you have work to go to and you need to be quite early on work, you can create a morning routine from even 15 minutes, which can be 2 minutes writing in a journal, which you love, or doing a 1 minute meditation. Like, it doesn't have to be an hour or it doesn't have to be 2 hours. Actually, I wouldn't even suggest to do that, because then we're staying too much in that energy instead of taking action on the things we truly, truly want. This is the feminine versus the masculine competing here, which is also, of course, one of my lovely topics that I love to talk about. But yeah, go find for you what is that, what are the rituals that you want to bring, what are the rituals that you don't want to bring anymore, which rigidity, which routines don't actually help you, and do you only think or do because you saw it online and it seems to be fine, like putting your head in ice water, or to lower your cortisol, or doing this or doing that, which is, maybe it helps for you, and that's okay. But which things do you actually do because you copy them? And which things do you do because you feel that it works for you and you feel in your body like, I can relax into this and I'm present within it and I'm not thinking, overthinking it. I'm just doing it. And yeah, if that's just starts with that little morning walk, what I always do is going on this walk. It's only like 10 minutes where I walk the dogs close to my home into a rice field. And while I do that, I have these affirmations that I say to myself that really help me to set up my day in such a positive energy, that I always come back with like, hey, wow, everything what I have right now, what I value most is there. And I feel so present. I feel so grateful, because I'm not making up things. I'm just really, I'm present in the moment with what really is. And just go discover these things for yourself again. If you feel like, hey, I need some guidance within this and into that feeling, into my body, into like, how do I actually do all these things? And yeah, you're talking so easily about it, but I don't know. Then yeah, I would say just come and try our cyclical yoga sessions every week within the community. And this is really the embodiments where we're talking about. So yeah, I'd love to have you there, and thank you for listening to this episode. Definitely let me know if there are some subjects or things you're like, hey, this would be cool if you would record an episode about it. Just send me a DM on Instagram and I will definitely come back to that, because I just love to create and hear from you as well. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for listening, Cycle Sisters, and I see you later.